According to a new report this week from Judd Legum at the site Popular Information, ICE, Immigrations and Customs Enforcement, has upped their spending on weapons this year, including purchases of what is described as guided missile warheads. Now, we all know that as part of the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, ICE got an additional $170 billion, meaning that ICE now has more money than the militaries of Poland, Italy, Australia, Canada, Turkey, and Spain. It's slightly just below Israel. And this is just one department in the federal government that is not even a part of our $1 trillion per year military. So ICE is getting all this money. And throughout the year, they've had other money to spend. And as Legum points out, they have spent an additional 700%. That is how much their spending has increased already this year. 700% on small arms, ordnance, and ordnance accessories. The type of weaponry purchased by ICE includes guns and armors. There have been significant purchases of chemical weapons and guided missile warheads and explosive components. So we got more guns, we got more armor, we've got more chemical weapons. We have guided missile warheads and explosive components, which is a, fancy formal way to say bombs. Boom. Because those are the things that ICE needs to go and grab a family of 4 out of their beds and detain them, right? This is utter insanity. And I swear to God, I'm getting tired of uttering the phrase utter insanity, but I'm at a loss for another way to describe what is happening in this country right now. ICE is becoming its own little military when their only job is supposed to be to investigate, apprehend, and detain. And, after court hearings, either release or deport. That's the job of ICE. ICE is not meant to go in as these, guns-drawn police officers, right? Everybody get on the floor. That's not what ICE is supposed to be. If situations like that were to arise, and that is what is needed, that is a job for the FBI. That is a job for local police departments. ICE is immigrations and customs enforcement. We're just here to make sure everybody is here legally, and if you're not, we got to take you. Here's your court date. That's what ICE is supposed to be on paper. But Trump has turned it into another branch of the military, except this is one that he can do whatever the hell he wants with. I mean, he is commander-in-chief of the armed forces, sure, but we have already seen judges across the country tell him, no, you can't federalize the National Guard based on your crazy conspiracy theories. You can't do it. He doesn't have that problem with ICE. Kristi Noem is not going to tell Trump no, especially not with all these fancy new weapons they can deploy against American citizens. And we already saw over the weekend that doesn't really work out very well for the Trump administration, does it? That little military thing they did out in California, right, where they decided to explode a bunch of munitions above the freeway, even though Gavin Newsom told them, that's a really dumb idea, people could get hurt, and they're like, we're going to do it anyway. And then, of course, J.D. Vance's own motorcade got hit by shrapnel. So, F around, find out, right? But this is becoming a branch of the military that is solely under the control and the legal authority of Donald Trump. They're going to start bombing people. They're going to send missiles in. Missiles! They have them. You think they're not going to use them? Under the guidance of the guy who said, why can't we just nuke the hurricanes? This is a disaster waiting to happen. And everyone should be terrified by these purchases that ICE is making. Thanks for watching, everyone. You know, we're inching closer and closer to 1 million subscribers, and we're aiming to hit that goal before the year closes. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thanks for joining us as we head towards this huge milestone.